Welcome to another video production from Slater Dozier Railroad Media. In this video, we celebrate 10 years of video footage on YouTube and look back on the past 10 years of what I consider to be the coolest catches I have experienced in the railfanning hobby. We begin this video with catch number 10. Union Pacific 4014, the big boy, is an awesome piece of American engineering, and I was fortunate to be able to see it in Arkansas in September of 2024. This particular video of UP 4014 was special since I was the only person at this crossing waiting for the train to roll by. Catch number 9 is of NS 384 back when I began recording trains in 2015. In my opinion, this catch is underrated since it focuses on the second engine in the middle of two Longhood Ford NS EMDs. CP6262, which is one of 5 former Sioux Line Triclops SD60Ms, would be second of 3 on 384 as it rolled north through Thomasville, Alabama. Catch number 8 actually consists of 3 really good trains that I caught in Spartanburg, South Carolina in the span of 21 minutes. Train number 1 is Hotshot Intermodal NS27A with 2 NS SD70 ACCs leading a UP SD70 AHT4. The mid-DPUs on this train would be an NS DC Gevo lashed with a KCS AC4400 CW. Train number 2 would be NS 905, an NS geometry train led by Thoroughbred-9 NS 9666. Train number 3 would be NS 18D with NS 8102, the Pennsylvania Heritage Unit, leading the way. Catch number 7 consists of 2 trains with CSX Q606 rolling under AGR 231N. I was very close to having a perfect over and under shot here, but it was still very cool to watch this happen. Catch number 6 is of a Dash 8 trio on Canadian National's Beaumont subdivision. Blue Devil-8 IC2457 would lead C40-8M CN2452 and C40-8W CN2171. I have caught a handful of Dash 8 trios over the years, but this one is by far and away the most unique. Catch number 5 is of Amtrak 20, the northbound Crescent, pulling into the station in Meridian, Mississippi, with Amtrak 145 in the Phase 3 paint scheme leading the way. I would ride this train behind Amtrak 145 back north to Clemson, South Carolina. On top of this, it was also cool to see people, some that I knew personally, filming my train as it went north. Catch number 4 is of CSX X785 in March of 2018. This train was essentially a power move back to Union Pacific in New Orleans, Louisiana, and consisted of 12 engines pulling some freight cars. To add to the wow factor of all of this, UP 1995, the Chicago Northwestern Heritage Unit, would be in this consist as well. While this is a really good catch, this is not a recommended spot to catch trains due to the presence of the Mobile Port Authority. Catch number 3 consists of 2 trains swapping power in Linden, Alabama on the Alabama Gulf Coast Railway, which occasionally gets ethanol tanker trains from BNSF. These trains are significant since the AGR main line is former BNSF, BN, and Frisco trackage. On January 19, 2021, a BNSF tanker bound for AGR would come south with a unique combination of BNSF, CN, BAYL, and AGR power. Upon arriving to Linden, Alabama, the tanker train would swap power with the northbound mixed freight. BAYL 507 would stay with the tanker train and head south to Magnolia, Alabama in a 6-engine lash-up of standard cab EMDs. CN 8860 would lead AGR 211N north out of Linden and would also be wearing a P5 horn. Catch number 2 consists of 3 trains, all of which were Ex-Conrail leaders with RS-3L horns that I caught on July 5th, 2018. D8-40CW NS8447 would lead NS183, SD60M NS6804 would lead NS61C, and SD80 Mac NS7222 would lead NS182. These were the only 3 trains I caught that day. We round out the video with catch number 1. The recent merger of Kansas City Southern and Canadian Pacific opened up new opportunities for each railroad, with one of them being a joint effort between CSX and CPKC to revitalize the Meridian and Bigbee Railroad to allow for more rail traffic between Meridian, Mississippi and Montgomery, Alabama. On March 30th, 2024, CPKC would surprise folks across the entire Southeast by running a military train over the Meridian Speedway, the Meridian in Bigbee, and over CSX to North Carolina. This lash-up would be led by one of Canadian Pacific's heritage units, SD70ACU number 7016. ES44ACs from Kansas City Southern de Mexico and Kansas City Southern would trail behind CP7016. I never thought something like this would have happened, and it is by far and away one of the coolest things I have witnessed in all of my 10 years of railfanning. Thank you for watching another video production from Slater Dozier Railroad Media. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this.